I was supposed to make a video earlier, and I told you guys in the previous YouTube video that I will make another video. So this is what I was wanting to touch upon. I got such a habit looking at the screen, and don't mind that. I am very bouncy on subjects, but a lot of the things that I do have to talk about make sense. I was just talking to my wife. She's over here playing on her iPhone 7. I've been listening to a lot of Bob Proctor Paradigm Shift, how to change your reality and change the results of your life. And Mr. Proctor was talking about things that I didn't see before, now that I see now. He brought it to my attention, and it's funny how everything works. Okay, I usually don't let this happen, but my personal account is negative $300. I'm on Angie's List as an A-rated business. And I got on my Angie's List a few minutes ago, and a customer is interested in an 8-hour fall cleanup job that's going to pay hopefully $325.
Why aren't you looking up? Sorry, did I distract you?
Yeah, my mind just went blank when you did that.
We're looking off somewhere else. Maybe that was the point of the picture. Sorry.
I went blank. But he talks about how every human being gives off vibrations. And there's also an old scripture in the Bible. And again, this is not touching on anything religious. This is just quoting. Ask and ye shall receive. And of course, that's either, spiritually, I understand. We are all spiritual beings. And with that being said, I was thriving and asking internally. I needed something in a physical reality, in the physical plane that I live in, to take care of a problem. My mind was focused on a sole problem, and that was that bank account. And because of me sending out that request, I received it by a customer that's going to... I'm so distracted. But it's funny how they talk about you're sending out vibrations to the universe and you receive those vibrations back for what you requested. I was negative 300. Now I got a job for $300 that'll take that. Yeah, I'm breaking even, but that's taking care of that issue that I was experiencing in my lifetime. At the beginning of my business when I started, I had a 21-inch Husqvarna all-wheel drive push mower that was a bagger. I was so hyped about it. At the end of the season, it took a crap. It was so wore out. It was brand new and it didn't last a season. It's disposable. It was a $400 push mower. And my wife can say I was so excited about it. And this all started with a push mower. This all started with an idea. This all started with a little bit of $200. And that $200 led to me building a list of clients, enough to work with, enough to live off of. And I'm going to go back into what I was talking about, but it's funny how things work. It's real funny how things in your life work and things in my life work. Or somebody you may know that's going through something, and depends on their philosophy, how they mentally see life, how their mentality is, how they're... Hang on. Sorry, wife got a call. Another thing, this is going back to the equipment, and this is what I'm talking about, but I literally had nothing but a 36. After using a 21-inch push mower, I took my tax returns, of course. I never thought that I would get $7,000 in a tax return from the IRS because of having kids. I recently got married. I was struggling at a main job. I could barely afford to pay my bills and then feed my wife, my kids, clothe them, put diapers on them. I could barely afford those things. And so I sat down and I said, look, I'm tired, honey, of paying bills. I'm tired of being broke. I would rather be broke trying to start a business and at least have a fighting chance to make an extra $100 for the rest of the day. There's a lot of distractions going on, but I'm going to still make this video for you guys. But it's funny how at the beginning of this year's seasonal cut for all my customers, I've gained some customers and I lost some customers, but that happens for a reason. It happens because you're in business. Business is going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. And you may hit a spike. So it's almost like if you know a little bit about stocks and investments in stocks and watching a stock graph go up and down, that's companies. If big corporations were perfect, their stocks would be straight. Does that make sense? Study stocks, study investments, eventually get into real estate. I am trying to make more YouTube videos. I'm trying to be more frequent, so please keep up with me. Again, I've got an Instagram. It's #FloydsGrams. Go follow me there. I put a lot of personal video logs of my family on Instagram, so I'm going to try keeping this stuff with this channel. I might throw a few things on my Instagram, but you know. But back to the equipment. I had nothing but a 36 because of the 7,000. I took $450 or 500 or 6 or 7. I can't remember how much it was, but I took that $600 investment. The reason I took around that much money to invest is I told myself, okay, I spent $200. That got me clients. That $200 investment got me clients. I had money. I asked for equipment. I got it. I asked for customers. I got them. See, I asked, the universe gave back. And the thing with that is it blew me away with the clientele that I built because I was so enthusiastic. And now that I look back, when I started out with a push mower, I'm like, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I would do that to get, because you know why? Because when you're in it for the business, you would do anything. But as you progress and climb up that ladder, you start to look back down, and when you look back down that ladder, your ladder is infinite. There's no end to it until you die. That's the thing. So my eyes do look my eyes look irritated. I don't know why they're irritated. They're really irritated today. No, I just happened to see that on camera. My eyes are really, really like sensitive to the touch, and I think it's because of those eye drops that I overused. I could have. Sorry guys, very distracted. I have bad ADHD, but that doesn't stop me. That's what helps run my business. But I bought a 36. That 36-inch Exmark Hydro Viking that I invested my tax return money on when I made up excuses that I didn't have money to start. I said, honey, why don't I just take some of the 7,000 and go get a mower? That mower to this day, in 7 months, made me $23,000. A lot of it was overhead, and a lot of it was fuel. A lot of it was product. A lot of it was to feed my family. The rest of it was to pay my bills. So after that, I've had nothing. A lot of it was to pay Intuit TurboTax. A lot of it was to pay Invoice to Go. There's so many systems that I have to invest my money in, because if I don't, the reasons why I had systems come into play is because so many customers that were bad customers started to take advantage of me, and I had to get a void. I literally had to get a void between me and the customer, so that way I can legally protect myself. A few of those things, like I said, the invoices, contracts, and what did my contracts was www.rocketlawyer.com. Go there. It's like $450 for the whole year. That sounds like a big number, but you're paying $40 a month. If you do the calculations, 40 times 12, that's like four something? I don't know, four something. But because of that, I'm able to legally ask questions to attorneys that are local, because it's based off my zip code, and my zip code connects me to local lawyers and attorneys that are a member of Rocket Lawyer, and they get a monthly percentage of that website for helping clients like me. Which, if I need any legality cases taken care of, I can ask questions. I can be assigned to an attorney. I can make more connections to protect me legally. And a year ago, I didn't have none of that because a year ago, I was too stupid to see why I did not have these systems set into play. And my wife can tell you. We've ran into issues to where I've been owed $700, still haven't seen it. I mean, there's going to be cases you're going to lose. You're not always going to win. That shouldn't discourage you to quit, to give up, to stop. You keep pushing for that prize, and the sky's the limit. Back to the ladder. The higher you get, the bigger the fear. You apply that to business. I am right now to the point where when I look back down the ladder where I used to be, mentally, when I look down that ladder, it's so far down. And I've still got a ways to go. But I want to surround myself in my mind, my mentality, my paradigm, how I see things. I know. Is he like moving around? You hear something outside? I did too. Hang on, guys. I'm not trying to drag this video out, but there's just so much that I want to discuss right now. And I know I'm laying down because my phone's charging. So I had to get this video out there. I have to make this video so that way I can connect with you. But I had that 36. It made me 23,000. And then finally, I got to the point where I'm starting to grow. I needed more equipment to keep up with the work that I'm doing as a single guy. I have hired a few people and I have fired a few people this season. I still have a ways to go. I don't make videos like B&B Lawn Care or Keith Kalfas or Mario Signs, or Lawn Dogs or the Landscaping Lifestyle. And this video is going to be shared to you guys. This is something that I personally want to share. I want to become more of a known YouTuber, but it's going to be a work in progress. So if you guys would just bear with me, there's so much that I want to compile. I just want to see what works for me and what doesn't work. And what works for me may not work for you. But it depends on what walk of life that you come from. If you're coming from such a broke family to where that's all you know is the people you've been around, then I want to help you. I want to at least get your point of view. And my point of view may be wrong to you, and your point of view may be right to you and wrong for me, but that doesn't mean your point of view and my point of view is wrong. That just means that those two point of views ain't going to work with each other, but that doesn't make either of us wrong, or the group and me wrong. We each have a way of seeing things. Like my wife, she wakes up. Her mentality is to take care of kids all day. She finally just got a job, so she's not going to be used to going to work and coming home. I'm not going to be used to sitting here for the next 3 months redesigning my business plans because it's what I've got to do. Your business is like your hygiene. Sometimes you don't have time to get to certain parts of your body and get them cleaned. Or your house. That's a weird analogy. Sorry, guys. But I mean, if you really think about it, you live in a house, you're so used to things. Some things in your home get out of hand, and you have to set a day to where you have to reorganize and clean your whole house. So that way you can say, hey, okay, my house is in order. I can go worry about something else. Well, that's just like your business. If you eventually lazy out, you're gonna get out of hand with certain things in your business. Some things may get away from you because you're so swamped because you're trying to get that work in. And it's so hard to focus and get your perception and your attention back on that area that it's so hard. I mean, this video is going to drag out a little bit, but this is the best. This is raw video. This is coming from my experience. Now, my experience may be a little ignorant to those that's been in the game a little longer and has, and they know what works. They know what doesn't work. But the thing and problem with that is we all live in different geographical areas of the United States or different countries, that is. What may work for you in Milwaukee may not work for me here in Ohio. What may work for you in Florida may not work for me here in Ohio. What may work for you in California does not work for me here in Ohio. What may work for you in California, that's something similar to here in Ohio, may possibly quarterly or half work for me here in Ohio. Your prices may be different from my prices here in Ohio, because the areas, the suburbs, the economy of each state is so massively different from one another. You could get a lawn in Florida and charge $55 a cut because you cut yearly. You may get a lawn out in Indiana and you may charge $25 for it, and that works for you, and it may not work for me. You may know what to charge your people and how to talk to your new customers that was recommended to you by other customers, and that may not work for me. But back to the equipment. I figured I would cover that so that way we all don't get confused. This was a serious discussion. This is something that needs to be talked about. If you don't have the drive, if you don't have the perceptions to run hard on your business, I'm not afraid. We all know this. Every single one of you lawn care and landscaping lifestyle individuals, members, I'm the admin for that page. I don't really post. I post once in a blue moon. But that's because I'm so busy slamming my business. I gotta push. I've got to break through that sound barrier. I've got to burst through the noise in my universe to get to where I want to go. If you don't like me, that's fine. I'm not asking for anybody to like me. I'm not asking for anybody to watch my videos. I'm doing this because I love to do it. I'm doing this because there may be one or two people out there that can connect and relate to my experiences and can say, hey, psst, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know how to get to this part. Or have you done this? And I could say, well, maybe I've been there, or here's a suggestion. Or they might see something that I'm not seeing, and they can direct me to that. It's going to take a while for this video to upload to YouTube, but I'm going to share this over to the landscaping and lawn care lifestyle members. Share this video, subscribe to my channel. I want to talk more about these things. These things need to be talked about instead of posting pictures of one another's mowers, or take a look at my new trimmers, or Echo's better than Steel, or any of that nonsense. Mario Signs. He's a good friend of mine in Florida. Keith Kalfas is another good friend of mine. Geek to Freak, he's a good friend of mine. I've not talked to him, since his YouTube channel has been disabled? Geek to Freak? Remember how I used to talk to him quite a bit?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But, no, I want to help. There's more that I could touch up. Back to what I was saying. At the end of my season, I now have two Exmark 36-inch mowers. Solid X, of course. They're not the best, but it's something that will help my business grow. If I'm on a giant property and I need to hire two people to cut two islands while I cut one island to help my productivity go faster, it'll be worth paying $20 extra an hour cash at the end of the day, which is $10 for one person, $10 for the other. Cash at the end of the day, I 1099 them. They're responsible for their taxes. They'll sign a waiver and liability for whatever the case may be to protect myself. They will sign a contract that they are a subcontractor under my business that I've hired in to help me complete a job. Basically, I'm giving them work for the day. There's several ways that you can go about it, but I'm not going to go getting into that into this video. But let's just say at the beginning of the season, I didn't think that I would have 3 mowers at the end of the season. I now got a 50-inch Toro time cutter. It's not the best out there. It's not a $15,000 Ferris suspensional ride. It doesn't matter. Right now, what matters is the look of professionality. If I'm cutting a commercial property and somebody looks over, I'm not sitting on a damn garden tractor looking like some grandpa cutting grass. No, I want to look professional. I've got a zero turn. I got 236s. And I'm proud to say that I've came this far. My wife has told me, she's yelled at me, go get a job. What are you doing? Keith Kalfas, I know what you're talking about, buddy. I've gone through that. My wife wants me to get a job, and because I'm too stubborn, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. We'll make another video touching up on these subjects. I'm going to start using my Canon G7X, which is another thing that it's my favorite. And a lot. Sorry, guys. A lot of YouTubers tend to use this iconic camera. Check this out. Does your camera do this?
They're taping me.
Yeah? Ooh, Paradigm. Check that out. Just kidding. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to hop off here. I might make another video. Just depends on my mood. I've got some cleaning I got to do tonight. We're getting winterized. We live in apartments, which is going to be the last set of apartments I ever live in. You take care. Post comments below. Hit the like button. If you don't like my video, don't comment. Go somewhere else. If you don't like my channel, go somewhere else. You're not forced to watch my videos. You don't have to like my stuff. Just go somewhere else. For those of you who like what I talked about, hit like, subscribe, share the video. I will see you in the next one. Take care.